Hi, we're in Porto. I'm getting a haircut, and we're walking there together. And while we walk, I want to talk to you. I want to pitch you on the concept of building a great house. Great, great house, like in Game of Thrones, but without the feudalism and the bloodlines. What do I mean? What do I mean by a great house? I mean, I have in mind like the the nobility in the sense of like the good values in the service. I have a tight group of people that in the past might have been a family, but doesn't have to be necessarily. It could just be our friends and neighbors. Uh, I have diplomatic relationships with other great houses. A focus on coordination. So, oh, and building power together, right? We have our close circle. We have a wider community that we serve, and we build our resources. We get our friends richer. We help each other, you know, rise, get more resources, get more capabilities to solve bigger problems, right? And together we build institutions, right? That's the responsibility of a great noble house. We build institutions that solve problems. Like maybe a road needs paving, maybe we need a third space, maybe there's a crisis and we need some software project like Vaccinate CA that Patrick McKenzie did that saved thousands of lives. That's the kind of stuff that I'm interested in. Uh, like kinds of institutions. Those are examples of institutions. Beyond those, beyond institutions, I want a court. I want a court like a royal court. Right? I want a social scene, social milieu, where that is visited by great scientists, great philosophers, great artists, mystics, and they come to benefit from our institutions, to solve problems, to meet each other and us, and we benefit from learning from them. They benefit from a functional milieu, and that's my vision for Porto. You know, um, for wherever I live, but I have chosen to be here for the time being and potentially for the long term. Stuff's going really well here in Port. I've been I've been hosting so many people who come to visit for a week or a month or 3 months, and I've been meeting lots of really cool people who already live here, which is kind of amazing because they're here permanently and we can build a great house together. Um, it seems like the trajectory is really really good. Like I'm expecting dozens of new people in the next year or so, and people keep asking me about a vision, right? Like, what's your like wider vision for what's your wider vision for Porto, for this community that you're building? I'm not even sure if community is the right word, but yeah. After reflecting on it for a bit, this is what I came up with: the Great House, and I think it maps neatly onto the 3 points that I had before. I wanted to follow my curiosity, so do what I want, and to do what I want, I need resources and safety for me and my friends. I want to be surrounded by great people, curious, kind, ambitious, smart, competent, and passing through the forest of scooters. So I want to follow my curiosity. I want to be surrounded by great people, and I want my work to feed back into my community. I want my work to benefit the people around me because that feels good, and it's a nice contact with reality, right? Like otherwise, you can spin your wheels a lot if you don't have that kind of feedback. If your feedback is just money, it's like not as satisfying, and you could be serving Moloch instead of the good. Instead of the good. We're getting a really nice tour of my corner of the city, which is cute. We're going through we're going through this big roundabout called Rotunda da Boa Vista, and it's got a massive obelisk pillar thing uh, that represents the it commemorates um, in the Napoleonic Wars the British, that lion over there, um, triumphing over the French eagle. So the French were besieging the city for a long time, and people started getting nervous about food. And eventually the Brits just broke the siege, which was nice of them, I guess. Anyway, we're here. I like these statues are massive. Like I'm like not even half the size of one of those men. Okay, great house. Um, yeah, I guess the next steps or like next questions are more like, okay, how do we go from hanging out? Because I've been hosting a lot. I've been hosting dinners. I've been hosting brunch. Sometimes a great scholar asks to sleep at my place, and I host them, and then we have a nice dinner uh, in their honor with our neighbors and friends, and that's really nice. And some information exchange happens. We host some workshops. Um, we haven't gotten into the courses yet, into doing a university style thing, because one of our co-founders has kind of deserted us a bit. So maybe that's the natural next step. You know, the question I was gonna ask is, how do we go from just hanging out to building more institutions or solving more real problems, or yeah, doing more things that feel like work and that feel like building rather than just hanging out. Mm, the university could be a nice answer, a low stakes way to do things, prove that you can commit to to run classes, prove that you can do it to yourself and to others. Uh, they're not hard projects; they're fun. Like education and learning isn't like very high stakes, which is nice. Could be the move, CBTM. In the meantime, consider Porto. I'm here, and other nice people, other nice people are here too. Um, yeah, yeah. Miss you. I am gonna go get my haircut. Goodbye.